Hi, I know it's the 28th, but I'm going to start this for the video tomorrow. It has started raining 7 p.m. at night, starting to flood in the parking lot. That's the back parking lot. Well, it's the 30th, and these are the conditions outside. It did not rain all night, though. So far, not too bad. We'll see what happens during the day. Well, even though it's a little windy, we're not getting the rain. So maybe the hurricane has passed us by, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. The karaoke is on for tonight. Hi everybody, it's the 30th of August, day 30, and what a day it has been. The voices in my head are fighting, my imaginary friend is running with scissors, and at one point one of my personalities wandered off. Someone tried to steal my identity last night, and today they pleaded with me to take it back. See? Terrible. Terrible day. So, it didn't storm, excuse me, I'm reaching for something, as we thought it might, but then again, it might act up tomorrow. The sun is out. We had a little bit of rain, as you could see last night and this morning, but, you know, yesterday, August 29th, was the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. I remember the destruction caused by that. It happened in 2005, that many years ago. Wow. I was looking at the list of hurricanes, the most destructive, and I remember Sandy from 2012. It really tore apart New York and New Jersey, the shore. My son, of course, has been in New York City, Astoria, Queens, for years. He went to college in Manhattan, never came home. He graduated in 2001, just in time for 9/11, but we won't go there. But I was living in Arizona at the time, and I remember seeing on the news the subway stations being flooded. It's awful. But the one hurricane I was thinking of, and I will always remember it, and I'll explain why, is Hurricane Donna in 1960. I was all of 7 years old, and the day it was the worst, I think, my mother decided to go to Newark. We lived in Kearny, New Jersey, and you could take a bus to Newark, New Jersey. She left us with the next door neighbor. We had great neighbors. We really did. We had Aunt Mary on one side, and we had Ann on the other side. We didn't call her Aunt Ann because it just didn't sound right. But my father worked a lot, so my mother was alone a lot. As far as Ann, her husband was in the military, so she was alone a lot too. She had 2 kids. And Aunt Mary was a widow. She had her father living with her, Pop. He was like a grandfather to all of us. I think she had only 1 child remaining. She had 3 children. Let me see, who was there? No, 2. Her oldest son lived in Texas, and Lee and Bonnie still live with her, and she took care of her sister's 2 children, Virginia and Eugene. So she had the 4 children, and she worked in a restaurant. She worked in a pizza place, Italian restaurant. They had pizza, but we always had someone to run to if we needed help. They were always there for us. But we were over Ann's house playing Monopoly because my mother decided to go to Newark to, I guess, do some shopping. It was in August, so maybe she was getting something for my father because my father's birthday was in August. But, of course, the hurricane hit, and we were all worried about her. I always seemed like I was constantly worried about my mother. I don't know. I was always that type of person. But I remember somehow, I guess with the wind, it knocked her over. She fell and gashed her knee. She got back, she got off the bus, and she really had a bloody mess on her leg. I remember that. I remember she walked in, and the first thing I was like, oh, Mom, what happened to you? You know, she tried to clean it up as much as possible, but it was pretty big. It was pretty big. It was a big wound, and it was pretty bad. Didn't need stitches though, because she would know, she was a nurse. But she really did a good job on that knee. I was always the kind that worried. I remember seeing something on, was it Instagram or one of those, or Facebook videos, whatever, and a little boy is complaining to his father, and he's so little, he's just talks half and baby talk, that his mother didn't kiss him before she left, and he was mad. Well, my mother used to go to meetings every Sunday. We didn't know exactly what they were till later. And she went to AA meetings. She started to bring us when we got a little older, and she explained what it was about. But she left and she didn't kiss me goodnight, and I couldn't go to sleep. And then she got home, and I was like, I remember her walking in the door, and I was running down the stairs. She goes, you didn't go to bed? I said, you didn't kiss me goodnight. I was worried about you. I was that kind of kid. And I still think I worry about everybody. But that's what I remember about that hurricane. It's her coming home with this big gash on her knee. So I looked up hurricanes, and of the 15th worst hurricanes in the United States, Hurricane Donna was number 15. Crazy things that you remember. So that's about it. I have to get myself settled. I have to get those personalities, or my multiple personalities together, because like I said, one wandered off, and I have to get the one that running with scissors. I don't know, that's not good. So I hope everybody's having a good day, and I shall talk to you tomorrow.